Tribute to Conway Twitty featuring Bobby Simpkins is this Saturday, July 27th at 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House. Bobby Simpkins is an award-winning tribute artist who has performed all over the country, including Nashville. Bobby now lives in Kansas City and is coming to Watch Your this Saturday night at 7 p.m. If you like classic country music, this night is for you. A tribute to Conway Twitty featuring Bobby Simpkins this Saturday, July 27th, 7 p.m. at the Watch Your Opera House. Tickets are $30 and can be purchased at watchyyouroperahouse.org or at the door. The Union Mills Community Closet presents Christmas in July fundraiser dinner, July 27th, starting at 5 p.m. at Bradbury Hall, Nelson Pioneer Farm, Oskaloosa, serving a catered dinner of chicken cordon bleu or savory sliced beef. Call 641-200-1940 or look for Union Mills Community Closet on Facebook to purchase your tickets. Tickets are $30 or $240 to reserve an entire table. All proceeds directly benefit Union Mills Community Christmas Toy Drive. It's the Christmas in July fundraiser dinner, July 27th at Bradbury Hall, Nelson Pioneer Farm. The Delta Fireman's Ball is Saturday, July 27th. You can enjoy food, live music, games, and more. There will be a poker run from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keith Davis will be playing music from 6 to 9 p.m. For more information on the Delta Fireman's Ball, contact Jim or Fake Harry at 319-212-8772. The Delta Fireman's Ball is coming up Saturday, July 27th. Don't miss it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Shetland!
It is time to Shetler. Are you ready to Shetler? Let's do it. Time for the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. Coming to you live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's take a look at their information. Oski Dental, you can give them a call, 641-673-4845. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan. Accepting new patients, Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta Dental provider, and they're at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. Oski Dental Studios here on the Morning Wake Up. A look at our forecast to start things off. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Give them a call, 641-622-3191. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. Possibility of some scattered showers and thunderstorms today. Basically, during the morning hours, if it's going to happen. Partly sunny and a high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 65. Sunshine tomorrow, 84. Clear tomorrow night, low of 65. And then sunny and 86 on Saturday. Right now, current conditions in southeast Iowa, humidity at 96%. Winds are east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Barometer at 30.18 and 69 degrees right now in southeast Iowa. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Should mention, as I just posted here just a little while ago, I did have nearly an inch of rain in the last 24 hours here at the Shetler household in Sigourney, Iowa. So some nice precipitation for our vegetation and crops here in southeast Iowa. Again, your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Earlier this morning, we always put up at 6 a.m. our This or That. And it's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This is brownies. That is cookies. I mean, looking at that picture right there, can you go wrong with either one of those? I don't think so. But if you had to choose, let us know. Comment in the post that went up at 6 a.m. with either brownies or cookies. You can say this or that, whatever you want to do there. Again, it's brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty. Our question of the day, it goes up at noon today on Facebook. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Give them a call at 641-622-3772. You get to meet one person from history. Who is it? Who are you going to go with? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. You get to meet one person from history. Who is that person going to be? That's a tough one. I mean, Jesus. I'd go with Jesus, personally. So Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney sponsoring our question of the day. Let's go to our current tournament matchup. For the Fun of It tournament for July is Southeast Iowa County Fairs. And this tournament sponsored by Son-in-Law Services at 319-431-1806. Josh Clubb, the handyman at Son-in-Law Services. Give him a call. Our current matchup in the For the Fun of It tournament, Wapello County Expo against Jefferson County Fair. Thumbs up for Wapello or heart for Jefferson. So get your votes in. Wapello County Expo does have the lead. You know, Neil and I were talking about this yesterday. Let's bring up the full brackets. We were talking about this yesterday. I predicted that it was going to be Washington County against Wapello County Expo in the finals. Looks like it's going to be that way. So the W's. Washington County Fair, Wapello County Expo. That's what it's at least looking like for our championship matchup. And both of those county fairs' Facebook pages have definitely, by far, been the most active, right along with the Southern Iowa Fair. The Washington and Wapello County Expo pages have been very active in promoting this and pushing this and getting people to vote. So these two, they deserve it. They deserve to be in the finals. So we'll see. We'll have that coming up at 6 p.m. this evening. This is barring a gigantic comeback by the Jefferson County Fair, but expecting the poll experts are expecting Washington County Fair against Wapello County Expo in the finals. That'll go up at 6 p.m. this evening. Make sure you get your votes in. All right. Again, our tournament sponsored by Son-in-Law Services. What else we got going on today? Let's promote some stuff that's going on here in our area. Do want to, of course, remind you that we've got the Sweet Corn Serenade going on in Oskaloosa. That'll be a full day today, starting at noon on the square in Oskaloosa. Sweet Corn Serenade. I'll be hanging out there later on. Stacy and I will be going over later on this afternoon. Iowa country singer Neil Hewitt will be performing at 4:30. I believe I get to introduce him. So make sure you keep an eye out for me at the Sweet Corn Serenade at 4:30. Gonna get some sweet corn and some good food to eat. Later on today, of course, they've got craft and vendors all over the place on the square in Oskaloosa. It is a fun time, and should be a great day for that in Oskaloosa's Sweet Corn Serenade. Also going on, let's see here, we've got the Watch Your Methodist Church, their Vacation Bible School. That'll be wrapping up today from 5:30 to 8 p.m. So hopefully you've been taking part in that. And then I know also Be the Light Ministry in Sigourney has had their Bible school going on. For some reason, I don't have a picture to share on that at the moment, but take part in that. And then coming up this weekend, we've got the Delta Firemen's Ball on Saturday. So lots of things going on. Busy time. Summer's always busy. Lots of activities going on in Southeast Iowa. Let's see here. think I've pushed most everything I wanted to tell you about. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have artist Jake Schroet coming to Sigourney. The Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwired in downtown Sigourney from 11:30 to noon. Come up and check out Jake. So he'll be playing some original music, do a live interview, live audience at Barnwired in Sigourney, or watch it here on Steve Shetler Media, Jake Schroet, for our Iowa Music Showcase. Then tomorrow night, he'll be going to the Sigourney Golf and Country Club, playing from 4 to 8 p.m. as Rick Landgrebe, also known as Ricky, will be grilling. And there'll be a lot of fun things going on at the Sigourney Golf and Country Club coming up tomorrow, so check that out. Coming up on Saturday, we'll take the Partey to Brothers Market in Sigourney, sports section. Don't quote me on what we're going to be doing on Saturday morning, because I know Mitch Eslick has announcing duties, and his priorities are announcing the Sigourney softball game coming up Friday night. So I don't know if Mitch is going to be making it back for Saturday morning. So we're just going to play it by ear for the sports section coming up on Saturday. I need to touch base with Mitch because, of course, the Sigourney Savage softball team made it to the state finals, the championship game coming up on Friday evening. So congratulations to them. Of course, hopefully you got to watch that. I know I watched that on the Iowa Girls High School Association YouTube page, as I'm sure a lot of you did last night. What? I'm not going to blast their stream because it was nice to see it, but I mean, there's some technical stuff that they could work on. The production of the video itself wasn't the greatest. I mean, I've only been doing this a year, so I'm by no means an expert. But yeah, I don't know. Left a little bit to of course, Carly Goodwin, Josephine Moore last night with a 2-run home run late in the game. Sigourney went on to win 6-1 last night. Hopefully, you got to stay up and see that. I'm sure the video is still there on the YouTube page if you want to go check that out. But yeah, exciting times for the softball team. Congratulations to the girls and to the Striegels, the coaching tree that is the Striegel family. Shall we do some birthdays? Let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Here we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Not a whole lot of birthdays on our birthday list today on either side. Birthdays are brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers at hometown-re.com. On the hometown side, local and celebrity birthdays, hometown birthdays, Rebecca, excuse me if I say her last name wrong, Epany? Epany? I don't know. Rebecca Knoller is how I used to know her. Rebecca has a birthday today, and Julie Lundy has a birthday as well. Julie is active on the Steve Shetler Media Facebook page, so happy birthday to you, and have a great day. On the celebrity side, let's see here, we've got model and actress Iman, I think is how you say her name, Iman, 69, and then Matt LeBlanc, the actor from Friends, Joey, is 57 years old. And then also, I did not get this on my list, but I should have, as Angela Kinsey, the actress that plays the role of Angela from The Office, is 53 today. So my apologies, Angela Kinsey. 53rd birthday today. Those are your birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. On this date in history, let's go ahead and do that. On this date, which today is Thursday, July 25th, on this date, 1866, Ulysses S. Grant was named the very first general of the Army, the first officer to hold that rank. So, Ulysses S. Grant, 1866. It was this date in 1946, the U.S. conducted their first underwater atomic test. I don't know, it's part of me is saying that this is going to be the sequel to Oppenheimer, the movie, the first underwater atomic test, 1946. On this date, 1952, Puerto Rico became a self-governing commonwealth of the United States. And on this date, 1971, the 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution becomes law. It actually lowered the federal voting age to 18 years old. That was back in 1971. Today, on the National Day calendar, you can celebrate National Wine and Cheese Day. Ooh, it's National Hot Fudge Sundae Day. It's International Red Shoe Day. And let's see here. And it's the Feast Day of St. James. Feast Day of St. James. So, feast, I guess. Go ahead and eat a whole bunch. Before we go any further, let's hear from one of our sponsors, Tassel Ridge Winery.
Edelweiss wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is a great wine to pair with Iowa sweet corn. It's a fruity, semi-sweet white wine that offers orange, pear, and pineapple hints on both the nose and palate. It's great served chilled and paired with Iowa sweet corn and the foods that usually accompany sweet corn. All of the grapes for this wine are grown at the winery. Tassel Ridge Edelweiss is available at many local retailers. Look for the tall blue bottle with an image of a wine glass on the label. If you don't see Tassel Ridge Edelweiss at your favorite retailer, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website out at tasselridge.com.
Hey, we thank Tassel Ridge Winery for being one of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media. The Morning Wake Up. We are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. I didn't say good morning to you guys yet. Carson, good morning to you, Bubby. Got Dan, Tamara, Sandy, Nancy, Dixie, Cindy, Kay, Sherry, Dodie, and all the way from Kenya in the comments this morning. Let's see if I get your name right. Askofu. Askofu? Hey, good morning to you. And Adam Whitehead also joining in. I see Adam is watching this morning. You know what time it is. It's time for Things You Need to Know. Whoa! Things you need to know. Well, some sad news. Bob Tischler passed away at the age of 78. If that name doesn't ring a bell, he was a head writer and producer at Saturday Night Live during the 1980s, 1981 to 85. As an audio engineer, he co-created and produced the National Lampoon Radio Hour and produced 4 Blues Brothers albums. So, again, during that really hot stretch back in the 80s, Bob Tischler for Saturday Night Live, passing away at 78 years old. In some sports news, the NFL talking with the Players Union about expanding the season to 18 games. I mean, those conversations I think have been ongoing, but the NFL could go to 18 games. More football. Let's see here. Other news. Reports say that recently convicted Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey is planning to resign on August 20th. Something to keep in mind. There's word that Apple is working on their first foldable phone. You could see it as soon as 2026. Wasn't that like a flip phone, not too long ago? A foldable phone, 2026. Let's see here. Where are people moving to these days? Well, according to this list, 9 of the top 10 fastest growing cities in the U.S. are in Texas. So people are moving south to Texas. Again, 9 out of the top 10 fastest growing cities in the United States. How about Harley Davidson? They are the latest American brand to get slammed by conservatives over its inclusion policies, including supporting pride events for children, pride events for children? Okay. Harley Davidson maybe turning a little bit more conservative. How about Tom Brady, the former football player? and recently, somewhat recently divorced. Brady is dating, and you can look up Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover girl Brooks Nader as his latest fling. Now, he is 46. She is 27. So, Tom, back in the dating game. How about rock and roller Slash from Guns N' Roses? I think it was just his birthday yesterday. Sad news that Slash's stepdaughter, Lucy Blue Knight, has suddenly died at the age of 25. No explanation given on that quite yet, but our sympathies to Slash and his family. News is that Salt Lake City will be the home of the 2034 Winter Olympics. 10 years away, but can look forward to that for Salt Lake City. If you're going to the movies to see Deadpool and Wolverine, you can expect for your ears to be on fire. Word is that you're going to hear 100 F-bombs during the movie. So the F word will be used aplenty in Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's go to books. Cher says that her story is so big. How big is her story? It's going to take 2 books. 1 book, not enough. So 2 books. Part 1 of her autobiography, all 480 pages of it, will hit stores November 19th, of course, just in time for the holidays. With the memoir Part 2 expected sometime next year. She's promising her story in intimate detail. Well, if it's 2 books and they're both like 500 pages, I would expect a whole lot of details. So, those books from Cher. Cybersecurity startup Wiz, W-I-Z, has turned down, get this, they have turned down a $23 billion acquisition bid from Google. Something to keep an eye on there. Again, Wiz, W-I-Z, turning down $23 billion. Wow. Patrick Mahomes, let's go back to sports, NFL. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs, his wife, Brittany Mahomes, says that her current 3rd pregnancy has been the hardest one so far. So, hopefully things go a little bit better there. Producer Brian Grazer has confirmed that Kiefer Sutherland is up for doing a 24 movie. If you are a fan of the TV show 24, a movie is in the works. We should see it sometime next year. I'm assuming it'll be a streaming movie, but you never know. So a movie for 24. And then finally, an explosion at a Jose Cuervo tequila plant in Mexico killed 5 people on Tuesday. So that's some sad news. Should we go ahead and do this? Today's Impossible!
It's impossible!
Question! Today's impossible question, a new survey says. A new survey found that 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4% of people have never heard of this. What is this? A new survey finding that 4% of people have never heard of this. What is this? Think about that. Good morning to you, Sherry, coming to us from Greensboro, North Carolina. Have fun in North Carolina, Sherry. Again, 4% of people have never heard of this, according to a new survey. This is Netflix. 4%. I don't know who they are surveying. If that's just the United States, is it the world? But I don't know. 4% of people have never heard of Netflix. Shall we get weird?
That is weird.
Let's get weird. A woman who was given the Freedom of the City Award in London for her disability campaigning says it is, quote, absurd that she was unable to collect the award on stage due to not being offered an accessible ramp. I know it's not funny, but when you win an award for campaigning for disabilities and you can't take the stage because there's no ramp, to get on there. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Let's go to China. There is a company called Silicon Intelligence. The company is among a boom in technology startups in China and around the world that are creating AI chatbots using a person's likeness and voice. Now, the guy behind this missed his mom and wanted to talk to his mom, so he made an AI chatbot to be able to talk to her. So that's something that'll be coming in the future. Able to resurrect deceased loved ones in AI avatars. Kind of creepy, kind of wrong. Fish falling from the sky in New Jersey. A couple in New Jersey had their Tesla damaged by a fish that apparently fell from the sky outside their home. The car was parked in their driveway on Sunday when the incident was caught on camera. At first, the two, Cynthia and Jeff Levine, said that they didn't even know that anything had happened, but their car started honking. It seemed that the fish fell from the sky because most likely they live about in its claws and dropped it right on top of their Tesla. So might want to look up that video online. How about this? A woman has pleaded guilty to felony charges after calling 911 nearly not one, not two, not 100, not 300. She called 911 400 times, complaining about various illnesses. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. According to the prosecutor's office, Keisha Kennedy, 34 years old, of Zanesville. Where are we at again? Ohio? Somewhere? I'm not sure. She entered a guilty plea to felony charges of disrupting public services, making false alarms, 25 misdemeanor counts of misuse of 911 systems. It seems that she would go to different places and call 911. So yeah, that was in Ohio. So yeah, I think she needs some new meds. How about Yellowstone? Did you guys see this video the other day? I think it was a couple of days ago. This was making the rounds. Yellowstone's Biscuit Basin. It exploded Tuesday morning, leaving shocked tourists running for safety. It was caught on video that went viral. So if you haven't seen that video, it's pretty impressive. Thankfully, no one was hurt. I don't know how, because, there were people walking right in this area where this basin exploded in Yellowstone. So, again, if you haven't seen that video, check that out. Shall we go to the files of law and disorder? I think we should. Good morning to you, Julie, coming to us from Keswick Road. So we have Kenya, North Carolina, and the Keswick Road here on the Morning Wake Up from the Oski Dental Studios. What are we doing? Files of law and disorder. Let's go to this one. A 17-year-old from Bennett. Where are we at? I am so confused right now. From this place that tampered with a railway. We're not going to do that story. We're doing a North Korean story because it's better. Trash from at least one North Korean balloon. Because North Korea has been sending poop balloons and trash balloons to South Korea. A North Korean balloon full of trash fell on the South Korean presidential compound on Wednesday, raising worries about the security of key South Korean facilities. North Korea has just been pestering South Korea with these little trash and poop bombs here lately. So, yeah, they obviously need to step it up security-wise. Let's do something that might possibly make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
Hopefully this whole show kind of makes you smile at various times, but something to make you smile is brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. They are on the east side of the square in Sigourney, 115 South Jefferson, the former Sigourney Smiles building. They're accepting new patients. Give them a call, 641-622-2669. Dr. Stacy Freeze. Something to make you smile. A commuter train near London was briefly delayed when a tortoise was caught trespassing. on the tracks. I don't know if he was a hobo with like a stick over his shoulder, but the animal quickly became a celebrity. Yeah, celebrity, celebrity, tortoise. Became a celebrity aboard a train. Network Rail Wessex wrote on social media that the train was delayed at the train station because, quote, there was a trespasser of an unusual nature on the tracks. The rail operator said the tortoise, when he was brought aboard the next train heading into the other town, became that celebrity, people taking to the tortoise. Officials initially made arrangements to take the tortoise to a local veterinarian, but the owner of the animal came forward to be reunited with their pet named Solomon. Solomon the tortoise on those train tracks near London. All right, let's wrap this up with some duh. A Tennessee man went to the Murfreesboro Shell station in Tennessee to buy some lottery tickets and have them scanned. Police say that instead of informing the customer one of his tickets was a $1 million winner, the clerk took the opportunity to nab it for himself. Now, the guy behind the counter, Meet Patel. Oh, you're bringing in lottery tickets. Meet Patel is accused of throwing the supposed losing ticket, which was a winner, and returning only the second ticket, which was a $40 winner to the man. So the guy was probably happy that he got $40. What he didn't know was that this guy was trying to screw him out of $1 million. Later, the guy, Meet Patel, was allegedly caught on surveillance video retrieving the $1 million ticket from the trash and putting it in his pocket. It didn't fly at the lottery headquarters. So what happened? Not sure if he's in jail, but he is facing charges. Oh, yes, he is in jail and remains behind bars. So he gets the duh. He's an idiot.
Duh.
And that is your morning wake up here on Steve Shuttler Media. Of course, we are hanging out here in the Oski Dental Studios. You can see over my shoulder throughout the show. Oski Dental at 641-673-4845. One last look at our forecast. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Scattered showers and thunderstorms a possibility today, mainly during the morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and 83. Should be a pretty nice day and evening for the Sweet Corn Serenade coming up in Oskaloosa. Again, I'll be hanging out there. I'll be there around 4:30 to introduce the Iowa country singer Neil Hewitt. So make sure you say hi if you see me. Coming up video-wise today here on Steve Shuttler Media, we'll have In Remembrance Of. That is every weekday at 8 a.m. Also at 10 a.m. today, the Sigourney Public Library video with Miss Amanda. This afternoon, we'll have The Great Outdoors with Laura DeCook from Mahaska County Conservation. Successful Farming at 5:30. The Heartland Humane Society Weekly Pet from Ottumwa. And then Morgan You Asked For. We'll talk sports and more coming up at 7 p.m. this evening. That goes along with all of our other content, our daily content here on Steve Shuttler Media at Facebook. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Anybody new? Jackie saying that she has shared the video. Appreciate that, as always. Good to get some shares and get some new people watching and involved here on Steve Shuttler Media. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of our sponsors. And we'll see you again tomorrow here for a Friday edition tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.